Yeah, what's good, YouTube? And you see it. We are back with the audience, be the judge. You be the judge and jury. So, you know who we got on the stand today, who we're arguing for? Mr. George Pickens. Yeah. You know, yeah. Robbie is the defendant, hey, I can't do it. I'm not getting him because I can't pull the trigger at what his ADP is. So,
Okay.
Robbie, how about you start with why are we drafting George Pickens?
You know, George Pickens is such a crazy player for me to defend, right? Because from an NFL standpoint, I am a Commanders fan. So why am I talking about a Dallas Cowboy? But it's because I have seen and I've witnessed so much of this team and so much of this offense to where I know it like the back of my hand. Dak Prescott being back healthy, and then also CeeDee Lamb finally having a number two, and a number two that's actually going to be able to break out, hit the big routes, hit the big strides. A lot of the big problems, or a lot of the problems that I feel like us as analysts were worrying about if George Pickens remained with the Steelers is you have DK there. He's going to be the same guy. Well, now he can go there. He's going to Dallas where he's going to be a perfect wide receiver too. The ADP is actually perfect for me. I'm willing to pay that price. I'm willing to what you're getting Pickens in what, 6th round? It's pretty perfect for me, pretty solid. And an offense where that offensive line is not great for run protection, but they are excellent at pass pro. Dallas loves to stretch the field. I don't think that Schottenheimer is coming in and changing a whole lot of that offense, which means big, deep shots. Those balls that you were seeing Kevontae Turpin get, not happening this year. That's going to be going to GP. You're not going to be able to double team both CD and GP at the same time while on the field. George Pickens, his stock is going to be elevated middle of the season. He's going to be a target that people are going to be trading for. I like it. An offense that also 4th most penalized team in the National Football League that's always playing from the back. They're going to want to shoot the moon ball every single time. And George Pickens is the perfect receiver to go and get it.
Well, I do think he is the perfect second receiver, but I question the ADP. So let's dig into the current ADP of Mr. George Pickens. You said the 6th round, but on Fantasy Pros, they have him as an ADP of 57, which is the 5th round.
5th round.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's you know, little tight. Make you choose between some players, and then when I go on Underdog, I'm looking at him just going off the board at the 405. Oh, hell no. I can't do it. I won't do it and can't do it. That price is a little too high for me, brother.
But knowing that Dallas is always going to be playing from behind, and knowing his route running ability, that doesn't just make you just want to buy into a little bit of temptation. Just a little bit of temptation now.
All right. Let me get to my first part, because you know what I'm gonna take it back to. I'm gonna take it all the way back to 2022. His draft profile. I remember I did a draft profile on this guy. I didn't like the film. I mean, this guy felt like he was more pedigree than what he actually did. And I see a bit of it probably is because he came from Georgia. They don't use the produce, but he was coming off an injury. People treated him like he was a 1st round pick, like he should have went in the 1st round, but he went damn near close to the 3rd round. 2nd round, 20th pick. That's close to the 3rd round. And then he was a knucklehead. And that ain't changed.
Issues. He's a crash out.
That did not change. His knucklehead issues did not change.
I think that Pickens taking this off season in a new location, sometimes with wide receivers. I played wide receiver. I was a little bit of a diva. Get me the ball. Get me the ball so I can go make plays. And that's just how wide receivers, that we're just naturally built with that mindset. I don't think that we're going to see the same crash out Pickens this year. I don't think that we're going to see I want to fight a DB 35 yards down the field to cost my team the game.
And I don't think a zebra can change his stripes. I don't think he could change his stripes. But my whole point was I wasn't a fan of the profile. He didn't stick out to me with his rookie profile. The only, I call it predictive badges. He earned the early declare badge and the early breakout badge because he did produce very early in college. So the early breakout badge is a decent badge, but his profile did not stick out much to me. Like, I viewed him as contested catcher, which everyone loves the film of a contested catcher, but when it comes to the NFL, they usually underproduce. But what's your second point, my guy?
Look, man, I mean, the only other point that I have is that he's got that dog in him. He's going to go out there. He's going to fight for every single ball that gets thrown his way. The man plays physical, almost like a smaller Hines Ward, if you will. Not exactly the same blocking abilities, but the way the man that's why he does get into some of the scraps that he does with the DBs, is because he's willing to go out there and he's willing to throw down. He's willing to put his body on the line. He's willing to put sometimes his sanity on the line for his team. Sometimes it's good to have a crash out. He's out there. He's ready to go out there and get his hands dirty. So I just like him as a player.
Is that your point for him? Sometimes it's good to have a crash out.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good. When he's gonna go out there, you brought the contested catches now. When he's gonna go out there and he's gonna win those one-on-one balls at the catch point, and he's gonna box out that defender to go and get it. And when he's winning you fantasy points, you're going to be thankful that he has that dog in him, that he has that fight in him. Because you know what it takes to go and get those type of catches? It takes you having that dog. It takes you having that fight. And George Pickens has that. And he's going to win you fantasy points. You don't even have to have him as your wide receiver 2. By the time that you're getting to the 5th round, you're probably already thinking, how am I going to win the flex anyways? So even if he's your flex, you gotta be happy if he's your flex. Even if he's your wide receiver 2, which I'm drafting him as my wide receiver 2, you gotta be satisfied when you have a player that has that dog in him.
And you were saying that DBs don't like him because he's so physical. I would argue DBs don't like him because he wait till they back turn and push him in the back. And catch blindside them, and then people think that he's great at blocking. No, he just blindsided a DB while the play wasn't in the vicinity of them making a play. He just like to blindside them. Crash out. That's what they do. They do non-necessary things that you shouldn't be doing.
The thing is Pickens going to be able to be disciplined enough for your fantasy team to remain on the field? And I think, like I said, I think he's going to be more reserved. I think when you're being behind CD Lamb and underneath the tutelage of CD, he's going to be able to hone that and get his emotions in check and be able to be on the field to be profitable for your fantasy team. I don't think we have to worry as much about George Pickens as we're being led on.
All right. My second point. You know what I put? What has he done thus far that make people on him? I don't get it. Because when I look, year 1, 9.8. That's not usable for me. Year 2, 12.3. Okay, I guess I can use you in my flex spot. Year 3, 11.7. Excuse me? This is what he did as the number 1? And this is the guy people just can't stop praising? And his high is 12.3 and is coming off a season of 11.7? I believe this man is getting too much praise. I believe we are hyping the wrong man up. Man.
Look at who his quarterbacks have been. He has not had great quarterbacks.
Oh, so you believe a guy that was at number 1, the main guy on his team, now is going to be the second guy on the team and going to do more. That's what you believe will happen.
I believe that him being with a quarterback like Dak Prescott, who put up 4,515 yards and 36 touchdowns. I think that being paired with a guy like that, and then also being paired with a wide receiver one in CeeDee Lamb, who has to now, who is going to dictate double teams a lot, which is going to open up George Pickens to have that much bigger of a breakout. Even if he's, like I said, this is a clear-cut pathway to win the flex position. Targets have to go somewhere. CD can't catch every single ball. This is a fantasy football skeleton key.
Your price is getting up to the 4th round. Like I said, if people are so hyped up just like you that they're willing to draft him in the 4th round, you know who he's going in between? I'm gonna tell you all the players that went in the 1st round with him. First, it was Tech McMillan. Give me Tech. Then it was Worthy. Give me Worthy. Then it was Pickens. Next, it was Jameson Williams. Give me Jameson. Next, it was McLaurin. He went before your beloved McLaurin. Give me McLaurin.
Pickens shouldn't be going above McLaurin. He shouldn't be going above
J-Mo. He said that's what it stops. Hell no. But
hell no.
Then it's Rashid Rice, which is questionable. Him going that high, but I'm still taking Rashid over Pickens. And then it's
not with the suspension.
Moore. I'm still taking him with the suspension because when he's on the field, he's going to give me more than Pickens. So,
look, when you upgrade your quarterback, when you go from a Honda to a Porsche, life just gets a little bit better. It just feels.
Yeah, and that was great. If he was Batman again, he is going to play the little brother role, the Robin role. You be playing sidekick.
He'll be Robin, but let's not. Robin was out there kicking ass now.
He was, but he ain't Batman.
He ain't Batman.
But he not Batman.
But it's okay. I'm not asking for Pickens to be Batman. I am asking him though to be one really damn good one Robin. I just need him to give me Robin. That's it.
Well, you know what? Let me get into my 3rd point. I'll go my 3rd point before you. Because this goes off what I was just talking about. So you asking a guy that was number 1 and did not produce even 14 points. Couldn't even produce 14 points a game. The man high. I take that back. Could not even produce 13 points a game. We go correct that. His high was 12.3 in 3 years. That was his high, 12.3. He's coming from a situation by himself, and now he's going to be the number 2, and y'all looking for him to produce. And when I was, calculating, doing my projections, I said the highest he could produce is 13.6. That's about the highest. Unless he have a freakish touchdown rate, and I can only picture him having a freakish touchdown rate, like McLaurin, if CD was to get injured or something, then it can go up. But his realistic ceiling is 13.6. And if that's the case, my brother, I got you bottom of the 6th round, if that's the case.
I think that 6th round is appropriate for George Pickens.
But if you got him ranked at the bottom of the 6th, that means you're not getting him. You're not getting him. That means he's going above. He's going above. And somebody will love him more than you every time.
I think that if you are in a league with a Dallas fan, no, you're not getting Pickens. If you're in a league that where other people listen to fantasy football podcasts with as much media hype that Pickens has gotten, you're right. You're not getting him. If it's a more casual situation, then yes, a 6th round draft spot would be appropriate. In 2023, he did have 208 fantasy points. His best season so far in full PPR is wide receiver 30, and half-point PPR, wide receiver 26. I think that the upgrade at quarterback allows him. He's always been that fringe. He's always been on that precipice of trying to break that top 24. I think, and which is that sweet spot that you're really wanting to have for a 2, for a flex, because that's what you're really looking at those positions. I think that he does have the ability to have, with the quarterback upgrade, to have a top 24 season finally. And
Did
if
you
it's the
just
same,
tell me this man has never been a wide receiver too? Did you just tell me that?
2023, he was a viable option. 2023, he was a viable option. 2024 was not great. We know how Pittsburgh looked last year. Pittsburgh was terrible, which led us all to the conversation of Tomlin getting fired, possibly and replaced, and maybe even traded, is what everyone's talking about if this season doesn't go as well. So Pickens is a convoluted fantasy topic, but I'm willing to go out there and I'm willing to have faith. He's still only 24. He's still only 24 with the best quarterback he's ever gotten to play with. Dak is going to make this man end the year as I'm going to say it on record. He's going to end the year wide receiver 18.
Feels like a hot take. Right now he's going off the board at the wide receiver 30. So that's a huge jump and this Fantasy Pros on ADP. And even with him on Fantasy Pros ADP, which is, like I said, 5th round, him coming off the board 5th round, the players I see him around is still two picks ahead of him: Xavier Worthy, Jameson Williams. Give me those. After him, Kelvin Ridley. Give me Kelvin. Next, Travion Henderson. Give me Travion Henderson. Next, you got Chris Olave. Now that's a toss up. I might take Pickens because I just hate the same situation.
I can't see the same situation.
You got Pat Mahomes, T.J. Hawkinson, David Montgomery. Give me David Montgomery. You got Swift. I'll take Swift. You got Travis Hunter. Give me Travis Hunter. Tony Pollard, Jerry Jeudy, Baker Mayfield.
I wouldn't take Tony over him. I wouldn't take Jerry Jeudy over him.
When you start getting to Aaron Jones, it depends on my build. Laporta, Kelsey, I'm definitely taking Pickens over Kelsey, but he feels like more it should be 70. He should be ranked 70 than 57. So I probably would never own any George Pickens because I doubt he ever dropped to me. I think people are in love with him too much. And I told you when I did my projection, it feels like 13.6 points is the ceiling, and I don't know if that's going to get you at wide receiver 18. Now the light is I did look at Mike Clay? Mike Clay's projection, and when I broke down his projection, even though we had the same amount of touchdowns, he said his ceiling would be like 14.5. Now that is better. That is what, maybe bottom 5th round. You can take him there, but yeah, that's almost a point higher than what I got him, and y'all could have him. I can't do it. You got a third point?
I have a third point. Case closed on this one. I like I said, I am bought in. He has that dog. He has the upgraded quarterback. First year head coach of Schottenheimer, who's probably not going to replace the system, so we know they're going to go vertical the whole time. Offensive line ain't that great, so they're going to have to be able to stretch the field and probably be playing from behind the whole time. I think George Pickens is gonna win you guys some money.
Well, my scary thing about Dallas is whenever they're not in the playoffs, they shut their players down at the end of the season. Dak goes away. CeeDee Lamb eventually goes away. And once that goes away, the offense gets rough. It's no quarterback after Dak that's going to support 2 wide receivers. So just know, you keep talking about they're going to play from behind. If they're not a playoff team, he might not be available, or he might be asked for your playoff run.
That's a damn good point. Damn good point. That's a damn good point.
let the people know.
No, hey, that one I'm gonna agree, because I'm like, damn, like Dallas actually is probably not going to be a playoff team. Like, so no, you bring up a valid point. The way that Jerry's running the operation right now. Yeah. And we already agreed that Pickens is a crash out. And if things aren't going his way, oh, yeah, okay. Touche, my friend.
All right, so let's get to our closing arguments. I done said all the points. I think this guy is one of the most overrated fantasy players there is. The man get props for stuff he hasn't done yet. People keep on pumping this hopium in their veins for this guy who at the max had gave you 12.3 points. Is that your king? Come on, people. I need you to wisen up. I don't know if it's just so many Cowboy fans that y'all are just, bumping this man ADP up, but I need y'all to be realistic. This man will never be a wide receiver one. Never, ever. He ain't built like that. And he has never been a wide receiver two. Like, your ceiling for him is hoping he's a wide receiver two. And then my guess, his major point is that, hey, they will be playing from behind. And as I just told you, okay, so they're going to be a bad team. And that means by the end of the season, they might shut him down. Or he might, definitely Dak, because Dak always gets shut down. He'll have some kind of injury and they'll just shut him down. And then you'll be playing with Rush Cup. I forgot his name. Cooper Rush or something like that. Somebody that's trash and can't support two wide receivers. And let's say they even shut CD Lamb down and bam, he's the number one receiver now. What his ceiling is 12.3 points. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't make me feel good inside when they pull the trigger on this guy. And that's why I went, oh no, George Pickens. You can't get on my team because you're not good enough. You're more hype. You're more hype than anything. You're not that guy. You're not him. Yeah, your film look pretty, but your fantasy points does nothing for my team.
I'm trying so hard, but you're right. Like Dallas might be worse off. Like, here's the thing, and here's my defense. Here's my defense.
Well, I'll let you go ahead and do your thing. Do your closing argument.
like you're so right, but because they have no running game, because they have absolutely no running game, there's only one way for them to move the pigskin. The only way that Dallas, and we know that they're going to score points, they're going to lose a lot of 1-point games. It's going to be very Los Angeles Chargers-esque. You know how the Chargers, they always have that trend of losing by one touchdown, one score. Dallas is going to do a lot of that this year where it's you're close, you're on the precipice, it's nice. And then that's where George Pickens is going to have a lot of his breakouts. It's going to be a lot of, Pickens is down there somewhere, because Pickens can pretty much just hit you with that go route, and that's where he's always going to have his success. If you're in a league where the scoring system favors big plays, big field stretches, you're going to want George Pickens. I understand that this is a team that is going to be playing from behind, but this is a team to where, especially with the way that things are looking on the defensive side, the defense may not create enough opportunities for the offense to be on field, which means that when the offense is going to be on the field, they're going to be playing with a sense of urgency. It's going to be, we need big plays. We need to hurry up and stretch the field. The running game's not going to matter. So it is going to be the CD George Pickens show. I don't even think that Dak is going to look at his tight end at all this season. It's just going to be, I have two receivers. They are both really fast and they can both catch. Amazing. They both have to have probably the widest catch radius apiece individually in the entire NFL, just as a skill set. So I think that that's your saving grace, and that's why I'm going after George Pickens, because I know that he is going to be that boom play. I am drafting him for the upside. And if the floor is 12.3 and I'm getting him potentially in the 6th round, that's worth it for me. And I'm willing to roll those dice. 7s and 11s, baby. Rest my case.
Well, there you have it, people. We both have given our key points, given our closing arguments, and you know what's left? for you to be the judge. So tell me what you guys think. Until next time, peace.
Court's adjourned.